What is going on, YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today I want to talk about Quaval. This is going to be a challenge. Yeah. Today I want to talk about Quaquavel, the final form of Quaxly. It is a water fighting type, which is a fun combination here. Water fighting, as far as type resistances go, it's weak to electric, fairy, flying, grass, and psychic. But as far as resistances goes, it resists bug, dark, fire, ice, rock, steel, and water. So, Quaquavel, it's got two abilities. It's got Torrent as its default ability, like all water type starters do, and then it has Moxie as its hidden ability. Moxie is a great ability when you look at the stat breakdown for Quaquavel. Unlike Pyroar, Quaquavel actually has a good physical attack stat. It's got a base 120, and as far as speed goes, it's not too bad. It's base 85, and Quaquavel has the right things in its kit to basically work as a physical sweeper. Quaquavel's signature move upon evolution is called Aqua Step. It is a base 80 physical water type move that guarantees a speed boost once you hit the target. So suddenly that 85 is not looking so bad because now you're getting speed boosts every time you use that move. So one thing I was thinking about for Quaquavel is you could probably get away with using it as a choice band user. Pick a move to lock yourself into and go from there. Mainly what I was thinking. Choice band supplements the attack. We have Aqua Step to get faster. We could do that. One thing you gotta be weary of though is Storm Drain and Water Absorb Pokemon, or things that resist water. But if you pick up enough KOs and get enough attack stats, Quaquavel is going to be hitting really hard. So you can probably get around that, or you can use a partner Pokemon in doubles to soften up some things and go from there. We can also lock ourselves into close combat for one explosive fighting type nuke, because 120 attack with base 120 fighting type damage. Choice band further uh, amplifies that to say we could go with that. And then as far as coverage moves goes for the choice band set, I was thinking you could go Brave Bird and you could go Ice Spinner. But what I was mainly thinking for the main three moves on this is Aqua Step, Close Combat, and Brave Bird. Because jumping into PokemonDB.net, if you put in water, fighting, and flying, you basically hit everything either neutrally or super effectively. Hey, post recording slash editing espresso here. Chances are you're watching either the Quaquavel or Skeledirge videos, because those are the two videos this little blurb is going into. I didn't realize it until after I finished filming both the Quaquavel and Skeledirge videos. I used PokemonDB.net to do the type coverage checker. I didn't realize it until afterwards. It's not updated for Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, so it's only updated as far as Legends Arceus goes. So if you're using this website, which still phenomenal tool, if you're using this in the future though, just keep that in mind. It might not necessarily be updated. Just give it a quick check over to see if you see anything from Paldea showing up on that list. I didn't find this out until I filmed the Meowscarada video and realized halfway through editing, I'm like, oh. Anyways, that's all I would just want to add on there. Just use a little bit of caution if you're using this. And yeah, anyways, back to whichever video you were watching. I have Ice Spinner on there because Ice Spinner's secondary effect does destroy terrain, which could be good. If your opponent wants to run terrain, you can use that to get rid of their terrain. And plus, if you run Ice, the number jumps up to 726 for super effective. You could also do some other types instead of Ice, though. You could go Ghost if you want to become Fake Out Immune. You hit 746 things super effectively, 329 neutrally. So you could go Ghost type Terra and then become Fagoed immune. Or if you wanted to become Burn immune, you could go Fire. Not quite as much as the Ice or Ghost combination with these three, but Fire still hits a lot of things hard too. So let's jump back in the showdown. What I was thinking here with this choice band set is you could go Terra Water to further boost Aqua Step, because whereas Water is already a typing you have, you go up to 2 times. Fighting, same idea. You already have that fighting type, so you could get a 2 times stab boost as opposed to the regular 1.5, which is nice. If you just want to get something off the field, you could go close combat and just take it out that way. And then from there, like I said, you could go Ghost and run Terra Blast for a physical Ghost type move. You could go Terra Fire and go Terra Blast for a physical Fire type move. And those are two big things that you're becoming immune to is Fake Out for flinching and Burns for taking out your attack stat. You could go Grass as well, which I'm kind of curious about what the number works on that. Let's take Fire off. Let's put Grass on there. It's actually more than Fire, but you could go Grass to become immune to powder moves like Spore and Sleep Powder, as well as Rage Powder. You could do that too. Maybe we don't want to lock ourselves into a move set though. We could go with a Focus Sash set. I have Aqua Step here, Close Combat, Brave Bird. Same idea. Full attack investment, full speed investment, Jolly Nature. Though you could, and it's up to you preference wise, you could maybe run Adamant instead, because you do have the Aqua Step there, but that is a considerable jump from 150 to 137. But that's just what I'm thinking with that. As far as support for Quaquavel goes, this thing is, it's definitely a glass cannon. It's got base 80 defense and base 75 special defense. The 85 HP is pretty good though. What I was thinking though is you could run something like Grimmsnarl to set up screens, and you could even run something like with Follow Me. We'll just bring that up. Which, to be fair, the Follow Me mons in this game are very limited. You can use either the mouse holds or female Indeedee or Pachirisu. Nice thing too, thinking about with female Indeedee is it does set up Psychic Terrain, so that will make you Fake Out immune. So maybe you want to go Terra Fire on either one of those Quaquavel ideas. Have Indeedee set up Psychic Terrain. Now you're not taking Fake Outs because your priority moves are shut down. And that's the other reason too why I'm also not necessarily advocating for Terra Flying, because you want to stay grounded if you are going to run the Psychic Terrain. And if you have an opponent with Psychic Terrain, well, at least that protects you from priority moves that way too. Some other ideas too, thinking about Quaquavel, if you're running up against Quaquavel, Grimmsnarl is probably a good counter to it. You've got access to, I'm pretty sure Grimmsnarl gets Thunderwave. Yeah, Grimmsnarl gets Thunderwave. I don't think it gets Scary Face. Oh no, it might actually still get Scary Face. Hold on 1 second. I just had to do a quick double check because I thought they took away either Scary Face or Thunderwave from Grimmsnarl. Turns out it gets both. So going back to what I was saying, you could use Thunderwave or Scary Face on Grimmsnarl to slow down Quaquavel and then take it out with a partner Pokemon. You could go with a strong flying type attack, a strong electric type attack, or even Grimmsnarl can just do a good amount of damage to it with Spirit Break, where it's a moderately strong physical fairy type move. Yeah, base 75 is not too bad, because Grimmsnarl's got a moderately good attack stat. Grimmsnarl could be a pretty decent counter to Quaquavel. Rotom Wash is probably another thing, especially if you're running Grimmsnarl next to it. So that's another idea to keep in mind too if you're running up against Quaquavel. And then that way too, if your opponent's set up and there's no Psychic Terrain on the field, you could go Thunderwave Grimmsnarl and then hit it with a strong electric type attack with Rotom. Yeah, so that's something that I was thinking of there too, just in case you run up against Quaquavel and you're like, how do I get past this thing? Because it's one thing to know the strengths of a mon, it's another thing to know some ideas on how to deal with that same mon if you have to go up against it in either a mirror match or just in general. So, yeah. That was what I was kind of thinking there. Grimstar is probably a good thing. Something with redirection could also be another good counter to deal with Quaquavel. Like you could run Indeedee female. Maybe you have the psychic terrain up, and maybe you have like say Arma. How do you spell that? Armor Rouge. Here we go. Because Armor Rouge gets expanding force, and it's the only thing that gets expanding force. Maybe you have expanding force on Armor Rouge. You have female Indeedee. Psychic terrain is up. You go with the expanding force. Follow me. Quaquavel attacks the Indeedee. Armor Rouge goes for the expanding force and gets it from there, assuming it's not a focus sash set. But yeah, that was mainly what I was thinking in terms of Quaquavel. So you could run it either with a focus sash and then Aqua Step close combat, protect and a coverage move, or you could run Choice Band. You could run Aqua Step close combat, Brave Bird, and then either Ice Spinner or Terra Blast with Terra Fire or Terra Grass or Terra Ghost. I think it's a really cool starter, and yeah, it's probably going to be gross in Series 1. But, anyways, that's my main thoughts on it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think as well, and be sure to let me know if there's any wands in particular that you have some ideas on. I will see you with the next one.